All right. Wow. I don't know about boom this late, but how is it going? We are just going to stop in. I'm going to try to keep this within an hour, guys. But we'll see how that goes once I get going. I mean, my stream earlier turned into 3 hours. Thank you, everybody who was there. Oh, that was something, wasn't it? Yike. Sorry, I'm trying to get Rumble going. Okay, YouTube is going over here. And now Grumble. Come on, Grumble. What are you doing? Grumble, grumble, grumble. Grumble is taking time. Oh, there we go. Go, Grumble. Now YouTube is acting laggy. There we go. All right. That was fun. And by the way, I got to give a shout out to my troll from earlier today. My troll who popped into my channel. And thank you very much to my mods. They say, you know, I've had other channels. They say you haven't made it till you start getting trolls. Well, you know, and I actually do try to reach out to trolls. When they are, if I really think they're going to try to listen to any type of sense or anything, I do try. I'm not closed-minded. Maybe they'll teach me something. I don't know. When you come in just spouting hyperbole, you do it in all caps. You keep doing it, keep doing it. I even tried to grant a little bit of their statement, which is a mistake with lefties, I know. But I was just trying to see if I could debate with them at all, or if they would actually debate or talk in good faith. Nope. Should have known better. And when they wouldn't, so yeah, thank you very much, mods. I tried. I even gave them some source to look up, some answers back, but okay, you do what you can, right? Right. Always try to keep an open mind. We don't want to become like them and just close our minds. But that said, yippee-doo. Oh, it was kind of a useless gesture. All right, guys, we're going to hop right in this since I am going to try to keep this short, but boom. Boom, boom, boom. Even though this late at night, I'm not going to do too much boom booms. All right, we're over here at NPR. Ethics experts worry about the implications of Trump accepting Qatar's luxury plane. You know what? He's not accepting it for him. Here's the problem. I'm going, like I said, it's late, it's early, whatever. I'm going right for this. He's not accepting it for him. They're not giving it to Trump. That's the way all the leftist media is trying to put this. Trump's getting a plane. They're giving Trump a plane. Trump plane. Oh my God. Why is he getting a plane? And if you go over to X or Reddit, that's the way all these smooth-brained morons are talking about. Oh my God. That is so unconstitutional and unethical. It says right there you're not supposed to get gifts given to you by foreign governments. It's not going to Trump. Only smooth-brained morons who want to just sit and listen to MSNBC and the other lefty media are going to hear that. It's not going to him. It's being gifted to the United States government. Yeah. And so it will be used possibly by Trump, possibly by the next 2, 3, 4, 5 presidents, vice presidents, cabinet members, whatever. It's not going to Trump. And for all the leftards out there who are, oh my God, we can't accept anything, even to our government. Really? Give back the Statue of Liberty, you morons. Do you know how many things around, in this country have been gifted? There's been other stuff gifted to our government in the past, not just Statue of Liberty and this airplane. Come on, stupid. If it was going right to Donald Trump, yeah, I'd be right in line with you going, well, that's fucking stupid. I'd be like, well, that seems wrong. It's not going to him. And there's a problem. See, this is supposedly, I don't know how this is going to work or how quick they could do this, but probably turn it around faster than Boeing. Boeing was contracted a long time ago to build 2 new Air Force Ones. The Air Force One they're flying right now, I believe, is 40 years old. I could be corrected on that. I'm off the cuff this late. But I believe it's 40 years old. Holy shit. You and I are flying around on passenger jets that aren't as old as what the President of the United States is in. Yes, they've been modified and everything else, but still. They've been expecting a newer, upgraded model for a long time, and Boeing has screwed the pooch continually. It's supposed to be $4 billion. They're supposed to have been done already. And now they're being delayed clear back to, get off of my screen pop-up. They're being delayed clear back to, I guess, 2035. I heard 2029 at first, and now other sources are saying 2035. Holy shit. So think about it. Let's just say it's 2030. Dude, these planes are going to be friggin' old. That is stupid. And if Trump, like I said, if Trump was going to take it, yeah, I'd be all over him too. Well, not, so they might try to take this and turn this into an Air Force One. And you know what? They might be able to do it faster than Boeing. And by the way, the Boeing delays have now cost the United States government an extra $2 billion. So the $4 billion deal is now a $6 billion deal for these planes. And they're still going to be years away. Years away. Yeah. 5 to 10 years. Depending on which source you believe. So yeah. While not yet finalized, the Trump administration's plan to accept a luxury plane from the Qatari government to serve as Air Force One has already drawn fierce criticism from Democratic lawmakers and independent watchdogs who say the move violates the Constitution. If it went to him, if it was donated to President Trump himself, yes, that violates the Constitution. It violates the giving of gifts, all the other stuff. It's going to the United States government. Morons. And the Democrats are hoping their smooth-brained sheeple are so stupid they will not look up, one, where the plane is actually going, two, what the actual laws are on that, or three, they won't know, hey, that's how we got the Statue of Liberty and multiple other things around this country. They were given to our government as gifts, as appreciation, or just so we don't kick somebody's butt. So yeah. White House confirmed on Sunday, and once again, like Trump is really trying to hide this. Shut up. He's not even hiding it, so morons. The White House confirmed on Sunday that Qatar had offered to donate a plane to the Department of Defense, but that it will not be presented or accepted during President Trump's visit to the Middle East this week. Yeah, because he doesn't want to be seen even going, yeah, I'll take this plane, thank you. It's going to the DOD, you dummies. Yeah, I'm sorry, this late at night, I'm just tired of the bullshit. Tired of the crap done by the media. The president has expressed frustration about the long-delayed delivery of 2 upgraded Air Force jets from Boeing, dating back to a 2018 contract. And they're still not here, folks. Neither one of the 2 planes. $4 billion, contract done 7 years ago, and now they're saying another 5 to 10 years. Geez, these things are going to be out of date before they're done with them. On Monday, he told reporters that Qatar had offered a replacement to use in the meantime. You know what? They can probably upgrade this one to Air Force One level before Boeing gets halfway done with one of the damn planes we paid $4 billion for. Oh, get off me, NPR. NPR, you're off my taxpayer dollars. You don't get to be giving me more pop-ups. Let's see. I mean, I could be a stupid person and say, no, we don't want a free, very expensive airplane, Trump said, but I thought it was a great gesture. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if we're trying to save America some money, they want to donate us a 747 that's in great condition and new. Shit, yeah. Let's donate it, climb all over it with our tax, make sure there's no scurvy crap going on. I'm not blind and stupid. Make sure there's no scurvy crap going on. Get that thing updated and get it useful. Hell, if we don't use it for the president, what about the VP? What about cabinet people? What about flying some of our military guys? It's going to the DOD. We can make use of it. The Boeing 747, which industry groups say could be worth around $400 million. That's $400 million taxpayer dollars not going out. Yeah, we have paid, the Department of Defense has paid $4 billion to Boeing already for planes that still aren't out. And still won't be for another 5 to 10 years. This is stupid. All right, let's see. Would be one of the biggest foreign gifts ever received by the U.S. government. One of. Not the biggest, but one of. By the U.S. government, that's controversial because the Constitution's Foreign Emoluments Clause forbids public office holders from accepting a present of any kind whatsoever from any king, prince, or foreign state. You see what NPR is doing? This is why NPR needs to be defunded. You cocksuckers. Yes, language is a little more frisky at night. You jackasses, you snapperheads, you jackwagons, you lying turd donkeys. Here's what they're doing. They are openly trying to tell you right here, oh my God, see, they're putting it in your head with words that Trump is accepting. They're giving this to Trump. And then down here, they say it. They're honest enough to say DOD right here. DOD is going to get this. They're going to give it to the DOD. But what happens down here? Then they talk about the Emoluments Clause forbids any public office holder from accepting a president, implying once again that Trump is getting this plane. He's not. They were honest up here and said the DOD will get it. It's stupid. To the Department of Defense, not Donald flippin' Trump. What they're doing there is getting all their little smooth brains to think Trump is getting this plane. Oh my God, Trump is being bribed to $400 million. And if you go on X, you go on Reddit right now, that's what all the jackass smooth brains are saying out there. Oh my God, he's breaking the Constitution. If Trump was getting that plane, personally, yes, that is breaking the Emoluments Clause. But since he isn't, it's going to the DOD. It may or may not be used by Trump, may or may not be used by Vance, may not be used by anybody in our government right now, may be upgraded and used later. Hell, Trump may never get to go near this plane. But if it is used, it'll be used by his administration and for the next 3, 4, 5 administrations. Hell, if we hang on to these things for 30, 40 years like the current Air Force One, it'll be around, till what? Let's see, 2065? So I think that's a good deal when we're getting given this $400 million plane. And Trump said Monday the plane isn't a gift to him, but to the Department of Defense, which they said it is going directly to, not to Donald Trump. He added that it will be decommissioned after his term for his presidential library. He will not be using it after leaving office. So maybe it won't be used after. Who knows? Maybe it still will. Who knows? But it's not going to Donald Trump. Because if he did take it even after he went out of office, he can still be gone after for that, for breaking Emoluments Clause. It doesn't just go away, because if he takes it in as president, and then later just goes, oh, I'll sit on it for now. Bullshit. Hey, Far North Dirt Tracking, what's up, man? I'm just going to be a quick one here. I'm going to try to be quick. Just want to talk about a few things for went to bed for the night. So yeah, just stupid. Richard Briffault, a Columbia Law School professor who specializes in government ethics, says that distinction doesn't matter. It actually does. And as a lawyer, a law professor, that jackwagon knows it. It does matter. If it just sits in a library, it's not doing anything. It's not flying, being used. So this whole thing is stupid. And when you talk about the hand-wringing, my gods. Hey, how about this, Democrats? Why don't you get pissed off at Boeing for screwing up half our space flight crap? Doors coming off of airplanes and $4 billion of airplanes they still haven't got us, and now due to the delay, it's costing an extra $2 billion. $6 billion for airplanes we don't have. That is insane. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, just a bunch of morons. Adam Schiff, if you believe Donald Trump will return the favor for his $400 million gift from the Qataris, I've got a used plane to sell you. Now, here's what makes me happy. Used to be you'd flip on this and you'd see all smooth-brained lefties. But what do we see now? Uh-oh. Republican platform, free enterprise, secure borders, honest elections, real journalism, ethical judiciary, civil rights, moral standards, personal liberty. Democrat platform, hate Trump. That's pretty much it. But I have overwhelming evidence. Yeah, remember that? On the news, he went around saying, oh, I got evidence Trump is a Russian spy. A lot of people don't realize. When he was behind closed doors in session where they were going to put him under oath, he said, I don't have any evidence. Nope, I haven't seen any evidence. He goes out and lies to the American public, to the smooth-brained lefty army. Then behind doors, when his oath has to be put in, nope. Because he knows he can lie on the news and we don't hold him to it. But under oath, if he lies, he goes to jail. So remember that. Go look it up. Like I said, I'm not Steven Crowder. I'm not going to give you everything for free. So since most people don't ever even look at his. You can give and give and give all the links to people, all the evidence, and they still won't look at it. If you're interested in looking, you'll go find it. Remember this the next time the left says they protect women. The Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act. Republicans, 219-0, yes. Democrats, 203-0, no. Remember that. Miss No says honest man alive. I just like how he's getting roasted. I like how he's getting roasted. It's nice to see. Oh, that's a good one. It's nice to see finally people have had it. They are tired of it. I do think Adam Schiff should be arrested, but I don't know for anything. He's done some pretty serious crap. Some of these are really good, but I'm just happy to see people pushing back. People are tired of the bullshit. The Democrats are, as like I said, I keep saying, popular as crotch rot. Hey, Slowburn, how's it going, man? What are you doing up? But then we go over to Elizabeth Warren. Yes, I'm done with the airplane. Sorry, I'm moving kind of fast here. It is late. I'm tired, but I just had some stuff to get off my chest. Now we're going to go over to the tariff stuff just a little bit. Short, teeny bit. Pocahontas here, or Focahontas I like to call her. Donald Trump's tariff chaos is shrinking the economy, jeopardizing American savings and raising prices. And for what? He just caved to Xi Jinping. Congress needs to step up now and stop Trump playing red light, green light with tariffs. Have you not been paying attention to the news, Bizatch? 1, egg prices way down. 2, gas prices down. 3, prices of tons of crap is down. And by the way, if we're going to go into it, Witcho, paid attention to about the UK deal we talked about earlier in my last stream? Come on, lady. She knows she's lying. Once again, they are only talking to the smooth-brained moron lefties that I believe the Harvard and a couple other studies also all said the left is the most uninformed of all constituencies in America. The center and right are very informed. They read all stuff, not just stuff in their bubble. Most people on the left read just their lefty bubble shit. So yeah, I just like how people pushing back. Gunther Eagleman over here, he's always good for coming out with a little common sense. Stock market is rallying. Yes, it's actually back higher now than before Trump started this whole tariff crap. And it gets better. For those of you who didn't catch my stream earlier, it gets better. Prices are falling. Inflation is lowering. Yes, actual government numbers show inflation's come down. And China is doing exactly what it's told to do. Can the People's Republic of China handle societal unrest in a strained economy? No. That's why they're coming to the table. They were having huge problems already. Trump knew what he was doing. No, they can't. And they know it. So does Trump. It's why he's reacting. He's reacting now. It's decades overdue. 100%. 100%. Yeah, breaking. You're an embarrassing dipshit. She's talking to Warren. Lying is the Democrats' way of life. And you become the same scourge. Congrats, comrade. This one here, Ted Stryker, I'm going to call an out-loud liar. I lost my SNAP benefits in Section 8 because of Trump. What were you doing for it? He's running millions of lives like mine. I made more money part-time with SNAP and SSI. What? What? So what Ted is saying is he doesn't want to work full-time? He made more just sucking off your government benefits when he could be working? That's what I get there. So, yeah, nice job, Ted. You kind of called yourself out. Warren's take is peak DC delusion. I call it lefty delusion, but yes. The tariff strategy was brutal but effective. China slashed its tariffs on U.S. goods from 125% to 10% after Trump's pressure. And for people who don't know, Trump slashed ours from 145 to 30%, which is still much higher than we ever had against China. And now, for the first time in my lifetime, our tariffs are higher against China than theirs are against us. Theirs have been 10 to 50 times higher. I believe even higher now, but I'm being a little conservative since I'm tired and don't have direct numbers in my head at the moment. So This is stupid. Warren knows she's lying. She knows that at this very moment, the base tariff of China on our goods is 10%, but us on theirs is 30%. That is a 20% difference in our favor. That is unprecedented. Add that on top of the UK deal. They're in talks with Vietnam, all this other stuff. The Democrats are, you think they're unpopular now? Oh no. They're not even gonna know how good crotch rot has it by the time this drops on them. This is gonna come back on them, but they cannot help themselves. Trump says air is good, they're gonna hold their breaths. Trump says cancer is bad, they're gonna love cancer. They are nuts. They cannot help themselves. They've got to know this is going to come back and just decimate them even worse. Which makes me worried. What are they up to where they can do this shit knowing it's going to bite them even worse and keep doing it? Makes me worry a little. Makes me worry that they're up to something really scary. Well, we already know what it is, actually. They're sending their protesters out there ramping things up. Shit could get real frisky in this country, and I'm not sure I like it. But just going on, people just keep posting, you liar, all this stuff. Liawatha Warren. Dances with Soros, I like that. But no, I'm going to spend a lot of time on just, they are getting roasted. These last two tariff deals especially have just been epic for us. And they just can't do it. They can't back off. I think they're up a creek. I don't know how the Democrats, they're throwing a fit about these illegals being booted out. But as I discussed earlier, they have to. They have no choice. They must even put their own actual lazy, chubby little bodies in the way right now and get in danger because they know they're over if they lose all these illegals. They're done. Normal time, I'm in bed by 9, up at 3. Wow, my hour since I broke my hip 13 months ago. Ow! Ow. Dude. Ouch. I don't even want to say I've broken a crap load of bones in my life, but not my hip. Wow. Most of mine is due to stupidity. Don't go sledding, sitting cross-legged in a boat sled or banana sled with somebody behind you. And don't do it around steel fence posts, let's just say. Bad move. But yeah, I didn't want to spend a lot of time. I just love how they're getting roasted. Roasted. Robert Reich, same thing. Quid. What is the quid for the quo? Let's go on to the DOD. You DUMB. Oh, my Lord. The America's grifter in chief knows no bounds. Hey, Robert, you didn't seem to give a rat's ass about the whole Biden family grifting. Yeah, not a personal gift. Short man that obviously rides the short bus. Yeah, and it goes on and on and on. People have had it. So many people just coming back. I cannot believe some of these people are still on X posting this crap. They get ratioed into the ground anymore. I think it's just they have to feel special and be out there. That's what I think. But no, we're going to keep meandering. Oh, we're going to move on to my next one here. You're going to love this. Of course, I touched on it a little bit on the protest from the other day with LaMonica McIver and some of the other Democrats. And yes, they should be arrested. But here we go again. Agitators clash with police. Arrests made as clergy members of the crazy church. I can't remember which church it is, but they are nutso. They are the ones that break a lot of Christian tenet in their churches. So forgive me if I don't know, can't remember the exact name. But arrests made as clergy members just in a Newark ICE facility. Dozens of clergy members protested outside an ICE facility in Newark. By the way, clergy members doesn't mean much, honestly. Sorry to tell you. You can get online, fill out a piece of paper, and actually get yourself called a clergyman. And actually marry people. No shit, and it'll be legal and stand up to almost every state. You can do that in minutes for like $50 and 10 minutes online. So saying somebody's a clergyman really doesn't mean much these days. It's not like the old days. When we used to respect a priest. When priests actually did follow the Bible. Hey, I'm not super religious, but dude, If you're going to be a priest, you're supposedly believing in this crap, then you should follow it 100%. And I'm not making fun of Christianity, trust me. I don't know if I think I'm Christian light, but I believe in more of I think there's a higher power. I'm not sure it's the God we've described in the Bible or whatever. I just don't know. Let's see. Until they are arrested. Saying to block the gates of the facility until they are arrested. The group is composed of roughly 50 clergy members, probably the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster and Church of the Hangnail, stuff like that. And Faith in Action, they linked arms outside the main gate of Delaney Hall Detention Center as they chanted and sang songs. Several speakers also said prayers for the inmates inside the facility and condemned their detention. Clergy members say they have volunteered to be arrested and that they will attempt to enter the ICE facility. Dude, Democrats, lefties, you've lost your minds. This is 10 years of heavy brainwashing is done. Even though Democrats have been doing it before that. But the last 10 years, they've ramped it up. 10 years of people. This is the amount of people that you see that people refer to as NPCs. It's a video gaming term. These non-playable characters. If you ever played a video game, it's always that one character just sitting there. The background character that bounces off walls is stuck in a loop, like bouncing off a wall or going back and forth up and down on the walkway. And you got to bypass them, but you see the easy pattern. Those are NPCs, non-playable characters. They're stupid. They're just programmed. It doesn't get happy, it doesn't get sad. It just runs programs. So, yeah, that's exactly what these people are. We've just now seen how many people in America, almost half, which is scary, are NPCs. These are people, no inner monologues. These are people that are not very bright. So, hey, these are the people still eating toenails at age 40. So, but yeah, they are blocking, and they're even blocking ambulances from getting out. Somebody's sick or gets hurt. They're not even letting medical personnel in or out. Stupid. Just stupid. Dems are done if they keep this for everyone but Americans. Yes. Yeah. If Donald Trump is able to keep getting people out, and by the way, I am unhappy with his numbers, they need to step it the frig up. They need to tell all these judges making illegal orders, get effed. Go away. I'm done with it. I am done. I think he's being way too nice. Tell all these judges, you're making illegal orders, send their PR people out, show the exact constitutional amendments, show how they're stepping over the line. They're getting in the way of the executive branch. There's supposed to be separation of powers. Show that these blanket stoppage orders are illegal. They're unconstitutional. So it's time to start pushing back harder. People need to go. Get out. But Democrats are losing it because this is their voting bloc. They're hoping for this to save them. So yeah. Newark Public Safety Director Emmanuel Miranda said the 2 individuals who were arrested, only 2, face resisting charges. Well, that's real clergy-like, isn't it there? Okay. I got a problem here. I have a problem. This is from days ago, but I just like this guy's name. Chinchilla Caballero? Chinchilla? Caballero? So Chinchilla Cowboy? Isn't that Caballero's cowboy? Chinchilla Cowboy? Okay. Bunch of morons. But yeah, they're back out in front of that ICE facility blocking. And they're not letting ambulances in and out even. It's just, jeez. There is something just completely wrong with these people. And here's some of them right here. Block multiple emergency vehicles from entering the ICE facility. I mean, there's only 11 seconds, but geez Louise, guys. Just the sheer stupidity of it is enough to drive you nuts anymore.
Hey, Jillian. So we've seen at least 2 ambulances try to pull into this ICE detention facility here in Newark, New Jersey. One was right here through these gates, and they turned that ambulance away. Why? Because if they open up these gates all the way, like they did on Friday, then they're afraid people are going to kind of rush through. So
then you
right now,
arrest
a group of
them.
people who have been out here for...
Okay, if this ambulance is coming, it's showing up for a reason. So they're going to turn away medical care instead of these ICE agents standing up, growing a pair of balls. And when these asshats run inside, you tackle them, mace them, and arrest them. Done. And then you give them each a year in jail. It is 8 years in jail if you assault a federal agent. And I believe it's at least 4 or 5 years if you willingly try to trespass into these facilities. Give them a solid year in jail. Every one of them. And I want them in the same jail conditions the J6 people had. These are insurrectionists. They are stopping the government from doing things. They're attacking. They've broken into this facility. That is insurrection-y to me. I want every one of them to face a year in jail. Open the gates. If they go in, done. In jail. Not thinking about it, in jail. What if, let's just say an illegal alien in there dies because that ambulance couldn't get in. Just saying. Can we charge all these people with, you know what? I would say so. Morons. This is 10 years of moron lefty programming. So yeah. Episcopal Church. There we go. Episcopal Church refuses to resettle white South Africans. This different church. I can't remember what the church is in the other one, but this was my next little thing. Ho, ho, ho. Like I said, we're just kind of skipping around here a little. This is kind of they call this a super late night roundup. Things I didn't get to talk about earlier. This is over Jack Poso. Episcopal Church refuses to resettle white South Africans. Cuts ties with Trump. Not with Trump. Cuts ties with the United States government. For I believe 30 or 40 years, this church and some other churches have been working with the United States government to resettle people we bring in that are true refugees. True refugees. But the problem is, well, wait a second. Let me help you here. I'll be nice. What do you see? What do you see here? Well, just give it a second here. Maybe. My gosh. I broke it. Oh, get off there. Nope. What do you see? What is the problem with this picture? Now why could Democrats and the Episcopal Church be against bringing these people in? I mean, I'm impressed. They finally found some immigrants they don't want to bring in. Let's see. Oh, white people. Oh, and look, they're not all military-age men. There are actually older people, some looking semi-healthy, some healthy like this big ox. They look like some families. I mean, whoa. You would think Democrats would love this, but oh, no. In light of our church's steadfast commitment to racial justice and reconciliation and our historic ties with the Anglican Church of South Africa, we are not able to take this step. So what you're saying is these two churches are plenty fine with these people being massacred in their country. And that's what's going on. That is what's going on over there. They're being massacred. But I guess it's okay when you're killing white people, right? Okay. I guess I forgot the rules. Yep, exactly. Slow burn, wrong color. Now, if these were all Browns folks coming in and white people in their country was doing the same thing to them that is being done to these poor people here, boy, oh boy, Democrats couldn't scoot enough of them in here. Democrats are racist. Sorry, they are. Not all, maybe, but the math is adding up to, yeah, most of you are racist. The Episcopal Church is ending its long-standing collaboration with the federal government, not Trump. Post-millennial, you should have said that. Or Posto, Postovic should have said that different. On its good refugee resettlement programs due to its objections to resettling white Afrikaners from South Africa. So they finally found some African Americans, or some Africans they don't want to bring to America, huh? Okay. Would be expected resettling white Afrikaners. By the way, I learned something about South Africa. It was not originally settled by more melanated folks. It was actually settled It was empty when the white Afrikaner type people showed up, settled this, built it into a country, and then suddenly people from up north immigrated down there and filled it. I'm not saying the apartheid part was great, but just so you know, there's some history there we don't know in America. I didn't know it until recently. Once I heard that, I had to go look that shit up. It's like, whoa, yeah. South Africa was a white country from its beginning, its inception. Well, didn't know that. But yeah, they won't settle these people. It's just crazy. These people are lunatics. Did lefties have to get on the wrong side of everything? I mean, right now, what is left that these people could get on the wrong side of? This is a communist church. Yep. I just like watching, look at some of the comments. This latest hilarious. Proof it was never about doing the right thing. Oh, Democrats. Yep, pretty much. Guide to destroying the West. Convince women to hate men. Democrats done that. Check. Convince men to hate themselves. Democrats. Check. Convince the minorities to hate whites. Oh, check, check. Good job. Convince whites to hate themselves. Some of them. Yes, check. The dummy smooth brains. Convince the young to be LGBTQIA, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Alpha, Omega, guinea pig, whatever. Check, 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 check. Convince the old that they are backwards. Are you kidding? I don't know. I don't know if they did that one. I think you might have lost on that one because right now they've convinced the old that they are in the right because most of the old people are still supporting Democrats. Yep. Only takes one generation to crank. So you get checks and checks on everything except the last one. They didn't convince old people that they are backwards. The old people support Democrats right now, overwhelmingly. So maybe we need to be doing a better job convincing them they're backwards right now. So yeah. Hey, look who this is. The bishop who chastised Trump's immigration policies revealed to have pocketed $53 million in taxpayer money. Oh. Well, color me surprised. Yeah. Let's see. Oh. Sorry. I'm looking for hot takes anyway. But wow, didn't expect this one. I would feel better about this if the Trump administration wasn't screwing the Afghan refugees that helped our military. Does anybody here see a problem with that sentence? Now, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I can't even do Democrat math and get to where this dum-dum is going with this. So you're somehow... Trump just got in office. 2 months ago or so. 3 months, right? Now, wait a second. I think the Afghan withdrawal was under Biden early on. He abandoned tons of Afghan people who helped us. Many who got offed by letting the Taliban take over. Yeah, they were offed. We abandoned them. Biden didn't take anybody with. I didn't see him going in for the last 3.5 years or so going to help them. But now it's Trump. Trump was screwing the Afghan refugees, helped our military. The frig you talking about? Biden got most of these people's lives ended. Biden got American servicemen's lives ended. But yeah, once again, everything is Trump's fault. Are you people stupid? I know I keep asking that. It's rhetorical. Yeah, they are. They're dumb. His EO stopping refugee resettlement and sending them back has left them in limbo. You know what? No, he was after ones we can't vet. It's because they are white. The Episcopal Church is a huge disappointment. Oh, guys, you can't pay for this type of stupidity. Moving on, like I said, I'm going to keep this semi-short. I like cat turd, though. This isn't hard. Arrest every one of them. Didn't I just say that a little bit ago? 100%. Arrest them all. But moving on a little bit, I wanted to talk about, I just lost myself. There we go. This is hilarious. Como News, that is based in Seattle, I believe. More and more people want to visit Seattle. Are you kidding? News stories the other day just talk about how Seattle is losing a lot of people. How its downtown has never recovered. How they still allow tons of Antifa protests going on there. So I had to say, that is one big pile of shit. Yep. I like this. Welcome to Washington, the Evergreen State. That's a beautiful picture, isn't it? Nice homeless camps. Bet that just helps that green air smell so good. Oh, honey, you saddos are doing this again. Last one out of Seattle, turn off the lights. Seattle is a pit of ignorance, and men who are women and women who are men. Yep. More and more people want to visit Seattle. That's right. That might actually be happening, but if so, they are stupid and naive. I mean, why not? Where else can you get hormone therapy and sex change operations on demand at taxpayer expense? You can also commit any crime you want here without consequence. It's like a video game. That was my favorite. That's just good. Yeah, that's fake news. It's a leftist hellhole and everybody knows it. 100%. It's the fact that they tried to put that out as a serious news story. Oh my Lord. Whoever wrote this should go downtown and see how regular people are avoiding Seattle. Exactly. It's nuts. They know that, man, you're putting out a crazy, insane news story there. You want to say you're not fake news, go for it. Lord loves a duck. I just like this picture. I'll just sit it right here for you real quick. What do you think? I like it. That's a good picture. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. But my troll from earlier tonight on my last stream kind of proved it. It did. That is... That'll give you a funny yill. Oof. That's not right. Pammy, if you put that up, that's just not right, sweetie. That's wrong. Oh, yeah, here. Hey, guess what, everybody? Guess who's back? This is our favorite donkey. She's a strange girl because I find her strangely attractive and strangely unattractive all at once. And I mean looks-wise. She's not bad, but her face, I'm sorry, she does look like donkey. It's really freaky. Freaks me out, at least. Stepping up her rhetoric.
Now,
yeah,
what 100%. DHS is trying to say, again, they're using public intimidation because they know that they cannot come for us all. They know that they cannot come for us all. And recently what they said is that DHS is allegedly looking into arresting members of Congress who were showing up for their legal and constitutional obligation to conduct oversight.
Would you like to stay for bonus Jeopardy where Ronnie can really add up? Come on, lady. Wrong. We are all dumber for that one. That is not how it works. You have to give 24-hour notice. There's paperwork you have to go through. There's security has to be set up. There's a whole bunch of things that have to be done to come into oversight. You don't just show up, demand to be let in, and then when they're bringing in a load of prisoners and unloading them, then you sneak in and push your way through the fence and fight with agents. That is not your constitutional oversight. That is not legal. That is not how it works. So Donkey is wrong, and she's lying, and even her dumb butt knows it.
If anyone's breaking the law in this situation, it's not members of Congress.
Yeah,
it's the Department of Homeland Security.
It is Congress.
People like Tom Homan and Secretary Christine.
And by the way, help me out here. Okay, lady, who are all the people they brought in with them when they pushed in through the fences? There were, I believe, 3 or 4 Congress people there. Who were all the others they pushed in with and were fighting with the ICE agents? So not only did they break in, they brought people, unvetted, non-government, God knows who people into this facility. They helped anybody known break into an ICE facility. Well, there you go, donkey. Good job. How about that? Nobody's talking about that. I don't hear anybody asking, hey, wait a minute, what about the other people they brought in with these 4 congressmen? Who are these people? Are they vetted? Do they have any right, even if you gave 24 hours advance to be there? I don't think so.
No. You lay a finger on someone, on Representative Bonnie Watson Coleman, on Representative, or any of the representatives.
Don't remember the name.
You lay a finger on them,
Boy, that was beautiful, wasn't it? She just Bidened. She don't know the names. She don't even know the names. She's just going to spout this shit. She's in Congress. I'm not. If I fuck up a name, that's one thing. She doesn't know the names.
On someone, on Representative Bonnie Watson Coleman.
One. And?
On Representative, or any of the representatives that were there. You lay a finger on them.
She doesn't even know the names of the people she's so upset about.
Are the people who are not abiding by it.
You twat.
And it is enshrined in
she
the law.
doesn't even know the names of the people she's supposed to be super upset about and threatening the Trump administration over. Now that shows Democrats have no real beliefs. They are not genuine in any way. And I think that's the problem. A lot of people are seeing through their bullshit. They see they're not genuine. They see they go whichever way gives them power, whichever way sounds popular. She doesn't even know who she's talking about. This is as real as her crying against the border fence. A fence where nobody was at. Supposed to be a detention facility. Nobody was there. It was an empty fence in a parking lot. She leaned up against it. Oh my God. Made it act like she was doing something. Yeah, this is just as real. She didn't know who she's talking about.
That members of Congress who show up to ICE and CBP facilities are required to be granted access.
24-hour notice. 24 hours. Because these people, since these are members of Congress, the facility must make sure they have security in place for these people. And make sure there's not an active prison transport coming in at the moment. Yeah. Got to make sure they're safe.
Legally required to be granted access.
Not spot on the spot.
And they legally cannot be inhibited from accessing these facilities to conduct their constitutional obligation to investigate.
How much did you guys stop anybody from doing anything about the last 4 years of illegal aliens? I do remember a lot of Republican congressmen who couldn't get into facilities under you guys. They had to finally work their way in and threaten in court to get in. Didn't seem too worried then.
And conduct oversight. So if Kristi Noem wants to break the law, that's on her. But it sure as hell is not someone like Representative Robert Menendez
Got one.
To be arrested.
She remembered one. She remembered one. She's lying and she knows it. You can't just show up and go, I want in. Not the way it works. Not the way it works. Honey, if these people are all honest clergymen, then so am I. That's like Church of the Buttercup, Church of the Holy Nike, Church of the. I don't want to go into that. I'm not gonna do that one. No. That one will get me. Oh my God! It's Lucky Charms. Oh my Lord. What is this guy a church of? Oh, come on. These are not all clergy people. Turn us around, ain't gonna let nobody turn us around. Gonna keep on, gonna let the lady turn us around. We're gonna oh my God. Okay. Moving on, guys. Sorry, I'm going a little quicker tonight, but I'm just trying to get in a certain time here. I'm tired, but I really wanted to yap about some of this. Remember the criminal family Mendez dad was in trouble for gold bars. Yes. Yeah. They just can't help themselves. Democrats, man, you are on the wrong side of everything. There's a reason why your poll numbers are still dropping. It's crazy. I mean, dude, there are cockroaches going, dude, we are not the least popular thing in this country anymore. Thank you, Democrats. Holy Moses. Republicans in Congress have back to Pocahontas, plotting to rip away health care from millions of people. We must push back. Okay. Problem is, let's see, for how many healthcare campaign contributions, 1990 to 2044. Who's the first one? Bernie Sanders, 23. Whoa, $1 million. Raphael Warnock, Georgia, 14 million. Oh no, look who's number 3. Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren, 10 million from healthcare contributions. Pharmaceuticals, pharmaceutical manufacturing. HMOs, hospitals and nursing homes, medical devices supply companies, medical societies, nursing associations. Strange. So yeah, she's one to be talking about corruption, isn't she though? Gotta love it. Yeah, I love it. I love this. Got her racing suit on for Pfizer. That's honestly, now I don't know about you guys, I would actually like to see this enacted for real. I think they should have to wear some type of, I don't care, racing suit or uniform. Like a baseball uniform or a football uniform with everybody that's paid for them on it. I would love that. Because, boy, then you're going to see maybe 1 or 2 people in Congress have one name, maybe 2. Maybe it just says the American people, if they're honest. But the rest are going to be like, oh my God, you're going to have so many tags from big companies and NGOs and stuff. I think they should have to definitely wear something or have a sign hanging on the front of each person's desk showing who sponsored them, who has bought and paid for them. 100%. Now, the 1 or 2 people that may have just the American people on theirs, if maybe there's a 1 or 2, that would be the ones you'd want to vote for. Bet they'd be a lot more popular suddenly, too, than Pocahontas here. I'd like to see that enacted as a government law. You get all this stuff, it should be open on your body. You should have a jacket full of this stuff. Even though with her, it might be, all of her staff, they have to wear them too. Never trust a woman who pretended to be an Indian, American Indian, just trying to help, to steal money from taxpayers. Oh my God. Yeah, the illegals, the scammers, the ones that were getting health care from other countries that were not eligible, and all the other fraud and abuse within the healthcare system. But the legitimate people that have claim in the healthcare system and legitimately will be hurt. Yeah. It's rude to look at someone and start singing if you only had a brain. No, it's not rude. No, it's like that people, once again, dude, these Democrats aren't getting it. They are being ratioed into the ground. There aren't even enough of their own true believers to come push this back. Elizabeth Warren was caught diverting funds intended for victims of the LA fires to Act Blue. The Democrats, one of their slush funds after USAID. She must be arrested. Yes, she was helping that crap. Trump haters are in a panic everywhere. Stay calm, sit back, and enjoy the show. 100%. 100%. I just love how they're doing all this stuff, and they're just getting ratioed. Now, here's my problem. If every Democrat coming out and saying this crap, when they come out to be wrong, I think every one of them should be arrested for fraud. They are lying to and defrauding Americans right now. Scaring the living bejesus out of them. There are laws against stuff like this. If we do this stuff, they should be arrested. You do not get to do this shit and openly lie to the American public. You just don't. There are laws against fraud, folks. This is pure fraud. Something's got to be done. If they are wrong, definitely fraud charges. That's what I think. What do you think? You think fraud charges would be valid? I do. I just don't think nobody wants to do anything to our government officials because they stand up for each other. None of them wants to be held to their word. None of them wants to stick to the laws. That's just a fact. Yep, back to the airplane. Okay. We're going to save that. We're going to go do a quick talk about this real quick. It's quick. Trust me. Get off there. Greg Abbott says all construction halted for Muslim epic city. It's going to be built in Texas. Was Newsweek here. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has said the state has stopped all construction on Epic City, a proposed Muslim-themed development. What is this, a park? Theme park? They have rides? Muslim-themed. It just seems like, so go to Universal Studios and go to the Muslim-themed rides. Okay. Development backed by the East Plano Islamic Center. Epic officials have repeatedly denied claims that the town would violate state law or operate under Islamic legal systems. Despite that, now wait a minute. Here's my problem. The way these people push Sharia law everywhere, take over areas, there's places in Minnesota that the police will not go. There's places in the UK and France, other places. Wherever these people go, they will take over. That's their plan. If there's whole no-go areas where police won't go. Now is to believe just these Muslims are not planning on something like that? I'm not saying all Muslims are bad, but the math isn't good in their favor. So we're just supposed to believe them? You're going to let you build a whole city. And let me help you out here. Are we supposed to really believe you won't be taking in any terrorists? That if you do have terrorists among you, you will report them? You never seem to. When's the last time anybody heard of a Muslim calling in? Because, hey, my uncle Ahmed over here, man, he's been talking some shit. And he's been buying some weird pipes and some powdery stuffs and everything. We don't seem to hear a lot of that happening. Weird, huh? So I'm not sure we can trust them. I know that sounds horrible, but I'm not sure a whole city of them is a good plan. And we're going to believe them everywhere they go. They start off like, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do Sharia law. We're not going to try to take over. There's areas in Michigan now where they've done that. So, I'm just wondering how much we should trust it. I don't know. Not much else to go on with this right now. I just kind of caught my eye, and I just like the whole first sentence. The Muslim-themed development makes it sound like Six Flags or something. So, yeah, I don't know. I do agree with no foreign adversaries should buy land in Texas. I don't think any foreigner should buy land in America. It makes no sense. How does that make sense, letting people from other countries buy your land? I don't get it. We can't go to other countries and just buy land all the places. How about this? Any country we can't buy land in should never be able to buy land here. Ding. That country, their citizens, if we can't buy land in yours, you ain't buying land in ours. Done. There we go. Reciprocal. So yeah, this epic city was planned to include over 1,000 homes, a mosque. You're going to tell me this whole city was going to say, nah, we're not going to enact our Muslim type laws. Yeah. Right. And then once they got, let's just say we got the city built. We let them do it. What if then they want to? What, are we supposed to send in the military to stop a whole city full of them from doing this? Come on. I like our freedoms and stuff, but I see this as a very bad risk. There's a reason Sharia law is illegal in most of America. I believe it's most of America, yes. Sharia law is pretty scary crap. Can't trust them, done nothing to earn it. 100%. 100%. Not all Muslims are terrorists, but it seems like all the terrorists are Muslim. Isn't that the saying? But I wasn't going to spend much time on that, so boom, there we go. Ba-boom, we talked about that. Hey, maybe. There we go. Did I get all... Oh, yeah. All right. We're not going to go into that. I do like to say, the title, Biden-Harris senior staffer supports taking land away from white South Africans who could go back to Germany, not the USA. What? So, brown people, fine to come here. White people, not. Got it. That's loony. I mean, really?
From Africa who call it constitution, and part of that is that the people who are native to that land deserve their rightful land back. That is...
Let me help you, though. Go look this shit up. It's not the brown people that settled South Africa. It was empty and nothing was there. The people who were out exploring back in the day, they built South Africa. Once again, not defending the whole racist BS that happened before, but what happened is people from Northern Africa immigrated down in once they built South Africa because it was a good place. Probably the nicest place on all the continent. So they came down there, and then some racial shit happened. And yes, I think apartheid was appalling, but you don't fix racism with more racism. And by the way, they're out and out just ending these people. But then she has no problem with a genocide. Let's use a Democrat word. A genocide. When is a genocide on the more saltine types? That she has no problem with.
It's not what the Afrikaners actually want to have happen, which are the white Africans. And so who are not originally from Africa, who colonized South Africa also. And so that is what they are saying is discrimination.
Wait. So these people that were originally from Africa can be sent back to Germany, but these people were never from Germany. This makes no sense. That's like saying, hey, you Americans, you weren't originally from America, so you can just head back home. That's stupid.
Now, if the Constitution in South Africa is discriminatory, they have their checks and balances in that land, just like we do. And that is for them to... So if the Afrikaners don't actually like the land, they can leave that.
You know what? It's not like they don't like the land. It's that they're being genocided for real. There are stadiums full of the brown folks there chanting to end whitey. They are chanting threats to end the white folks there. There's a reason they're leaving. It's not like we don't like our land. Oh my God, this land, screw it. No, they're afraid of getting genocided. To use the Democrat word. Finally, we have a place we can actually rightfully use it. Yeah, Democrats don't care about any real genocide going on. They love to use the word, but...
country.
They are. They're leaving to come here.
No.
These refugees are coming here.
They can actually leave and go to where their native land is, which is probably Germany.
Are you against them coming here?
Holland, probably. Holland.
Oh, so brown people that weren't from this country can come here, but white people cannot. 2 + 2 = 5. Right there. Look, I'm Native American. Can I have my land back? Will you leave now, please? 100%. Oh, man. And I'm going to have a problem with this, too. Here's something I've always wondered. I'm going to ask you guys here. I've always wondered this. We're on stolen land. These people, the indigenous people. How long are we here until we can say we're indigenous? What was that line? Because the American Indians, the Native Americans, I'm going to call them American Indians, because saying Native Americans covers any being clear back to the beginning of the continent that walked upright. The Native Americans / American Indians were not the first peoples here. They were also stealing the land from the people before them. And then they were stealing the land from each other and having continual wars with each other before we ever came here. But I was wondering, where's the line? How long does a people have to be on a piece of land before you can say they're indigenous? I'm just asking. Because ain't none of us indigenous to everything if you go back far enough. We've all moved around. Land has been shuffled. Land has been conquered. So where does that line draw? I've always wondered that. I mean, Americans have been here for 250 plus years. The country's 250 years old. We've been here longer than that. Generation upon generation upon generation upon generation born here. At what generation level do we get to say we're Native American? Just asking. It's always made me wonder that. What's that cutoff line, Democrats? It's got to be 1,000 years? 5,000 things I don't understand, so okay. All right, gonna nix that one. Like I said, we are gonna get moving. Good question. Yeah. See, I've always wondered that. Where's the line? Where is it? I would like to ask any of them that. I mean, you can also, I know it sounds bad. You can also tell black people, hey, you're not from here either. You can feel free to scooch back home too. So, and I know the history, so don't get on me. I understand. But hey, guess what? There's a lot of black people who have come here since slavery ended. They're not from here. You can head on back. If you do you think she has a form of TDS? If you think for a single fucking second that suspending due process will stop with the people you don't happen to like, then congratulations, because you're an idiot, an asshole, and you're in a fucking cult. Ugh. Has nothing to do with whether we like these people or not, Joe. Oh, it's JoJo from Jers. Oh, God, that chick. I didn't read it for her. Has nothing to do with people we don't like. Has to do with people here illegally. I love how Democrats purposefully, I'm not going to say she's making a mistake. She's purposefully saying that. 100%. Let's see here. Oh, I'm not talking about her this late. That hurts my brain. It does. She's dumb. All right, we're going to skip on over here. Just something funny. I got a couple of these. We'll hop out of here. Hey, Bunny. As I say, I'm going to be out of here in a little bit. Look who shows up. Man, Connie, you have got an amazing way of doing that. It's like a catchphrase. If I say, okay, guys, I'm about done. I'm going to be out of here real soon. And it's like suddenly, ba-ding! Connie's spidey sense goes off, goes, to the internet. It's crazy. How you doing tonight, hon? But I am going to be out of here in a little bit. I got a long day yet coming up. At Clown World, he can't be this dumb. Hi from America, where Walmart doesn't have a plug adapter for my UK laptop. So he's visiting from the UK. But on the other hand, I can buy a rifle and ammunition. Let me help you, folks. Do I need to say anything? By the way, my brother had the center one. The Powerline 880. Did you know that with a pellet in that thing, pump it up enough, you can punch through a stop sign with a pellet? Not a BB, but the pellet. The Powerline 880 will shoot pellets and BBs, either one. But yeah, you can shoot a pellet, at least through the old stop signs. You can put a pellet through a stop sign if you were set pretty close. Just don't do it with a BB because it will bounce back at you and embed itself in your arm. Tried that. Connie. It's like Connie, I swear, I say, oh, I'll be out of here as soon as dink. But yeah, this guy's an idiot. This is a UK person. These are BB guns. You can buy a rifle. Okay, I really don't know. Do they not have BB guns in other countries? Especially where I grew up here in the Midwest. I think everybody had a BB gun. I've actually got one sitting over there. Just on YouTube, you can't touch it. If it was sitting right where you could see it, that's fine. But I can't touch it. But I have one of those cheapy spring-loaded. Just think, one shot, Daisy BB gun right there. I have another non-BB gun behind me, too. Not a lot of people see it. But it's there all the time, right over my shoulder. But yeah. This guy is that dumb. Yes, Clown Word, he's dumb. Alright, so let's move on. I like this. This is good point. South African refugees fleeing persecution have arrived in the U.S. and were welcomed by officials as they waved American flags. Okay. Now, that's funny because I seem to remember a bunch of the illegal aliens here who've been here 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, waving Mexican flags and demanding, Viva la Mexico, now let me stay. These people, whether or not they automatically just think America's amazing or not, at least they will hold up our flag, not the Mexican flag. At least they're holding up our flag going, dude, can you please help us? We'll stay. Thank you. We love you. Not, we've been here for 15 years, but you need to learn my language and Viva la Mexico. Yeah. Kind of crazy, isn't it? In fact, I think somebody answered that here too and held up. Actually, this person has it backwards. So let me get this straight. Colonizers took land by force. Actually, no. The white people were there before the Browns folks in that part of Africa. Yeah. Oopsie. Go look that up. I did not know that until recently. I thought it was the other way around myself. So, yeah. And I'm not saying apartheid was great. But they did not take the land from the Browns folks. So yeah, reclaim what is stolen. They're offing them. They're offing them. Dang, couldn't bother to at least bring back one African black person? I could be a real dick and say something like, I think we have enough of them here. Oh, that's what happens when you're up too late. I'm way too tired. I'm getting punchy. Ugh. This guy, yeah, zero chance administration officials gave those flags, he's saying about the flags, gave them to them before the presser. Yeah, they probably did. But nobody's stopping the illegal alien Mexicans and other country people here from waving American flags. They're in our country. They had enough money to buy a flag, but they chose to buy the Mexican or Cuban or Guatemalan or Ukraine flag. They didn't choose to buy the American flag from the country that they've been living in illegally for 5, 10, 15 years. Little different there, jackhole. Good grief. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, there's a lot of them. A lot of these people are pissed about it, but, well, you know what? Man, I saw somewhere where somebody posted the difference between these people waving this flag, yet the illegal aliens that have been here for 10, 15 years are waving their flags. It was pretty cool to see. Oh, we talked about Rosie earlier, not doing it again. Let's see. We saw her before. I was trying to find that. Let me see here. I'm not spelling at all. I am tired. There we go. Let me see if this comes up. Well, yeah, here we go. Yes, and I'm well aware that the administration probably handed them American flags. I get it. But these people here have been living in this country, and any flags you would see would not be American. It would be Mexican. Mexican flag, right up front. Yep. Mexican flags, yeah. So, oopsie. I think I'll take the people that can just show up and wave our flag than people who have been here 15 years who want to wave the Mexican flag. Well, you're not showing me that other post. Boy, there's times I really wish I could just go forever without sleep. Sleep seems a really pain in the ass. Sleep gets in the way of getting more done, doesn't it? So, yeah. But I'm sure we could find it if I wanted to stay awake enough. But I just thought it was really hokey pokey of them. That's what they're going to hone in on. Yeah. Thought I had it somewhere, but I guess not. Sorry, guys. I will hum some hold music for you. Da, da, da. Do, 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 do. Yike. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Okay. Well, we're not going to find it tonight. I'm tired. Sorry. All right. We're going to go to this last little thing here. All right. All right, guys. If you're listening, cool. This is going to sound weird to you once you hear it. If you're watching, you're going to have the same Whiskey Tango Foxtrot that I did. I mean, what in the absolute crap is going on here? Watch this, right from the beginning. This goat. What is he doing? How does that not hurt? Where's the goat going? Hey, Slowburn, have a good one, buddy. I got walk. Well, my wife walks the dogs in the morning. I walk them for the day twice. Then the little one's trying to go in the fireplace. Is this a goat thing? Is this why more people don't have goats as pets? I don't get it. Do you guys get this? I don't. What the hell? I've been worried about my goat getting himself cooked. I don't know. I don't understand what the goats are doing. I mean, do they cook themselves? Is that why they're doing that? Or are these guys about to do something? Or have they been doing something untoward to these goats? Where these goats are thinking, you know what? It's just better off to end it. I'm just gonna dive in the fireplace. I can't be buggered by these guys anymore. I just can't do it. I mean, he's got knee pads and Velcro gloves, man. I can't do this. Is the goat just reached his end, his limits, and just that's it? I'm going to the fireplace. No, don't put me back to the bedroom. That's all I get out of it. I was just curious what the hell you guys would get out of that. But I think that's a good place to leave it when I'm this tired. Oh boy. Black people are superior. Oh boy. Oh, wow. We'll stay away from that. I think this is just a good way to leave. Enjoy putting goat. Why would a goat jump in the fireplace? I don't get it. That's just insanity. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I just had to burn a little energy off before I go hit the hay. Hope you guys have a good start to your Tuesday. Don't know what time, if I'm going to be on later tonight. It would be, I don't know, because I got a lot going on today. And then I have dog obedience class tonight. So we'll see. We'll see what we do. Of course, I'm up late now. I probably should have been asleep already. Some of this just drove me nuts. All right. Sorry, guys, if I've been a little punchy during this one. Thank you very much. Please hit thumbs up if you haven't. Subscribe for more craziness. I'll try to be less punchy and tired. Maybe somebody should lock up my computer after I get to a certain amount of hours with no sleep. All right, thanks, guys. I will talk to you later. Have a good morning if you're anywhere near where I am, or good afternoon, or good evening. And I will talk to you later. And let's see if today is full of news as yesterday was. God, I almost think we need a vacation from a little bit of news. What do you think?